Beauties, Dragon Ball is one of the biggest franchises in the anime and manga world. Many believe it's the grandfather of anime, coming out in the late 80s starring our boy kid Wonder Goku, who everyone thinks should be wearing a helmet at all times. And to take it one step further, the franchise has released over 60 games in the past 35 years, which is a lot. So I'm here to talk about one of the forgotten Dragon Ball games, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. But before I go any further, I know all of you are thinking right now, Nugs, you have a green screen, why don't you use it? Well, to that I say, no. Now why am I bringing up this dinosaur? I don't know, I remember Fujia speedrunning this on the hardest difficulty, and I was like, holy shit, I think I have that game in a box in my closet. And there I was, digging it up, putting it in my dusty PS3, and playing it again, reliving my middle school years, and I gotta say, it was a game of all time. Now to be honest, if there's anything to take away from this video, I would say that this game is really just kind of a waste of potential. It had a lot of good, also had a lot of bad. And of course, if you're interested in Burst Limit, then you need to like and subscribe this video right now, please. I'm a starting artist gamer. Burst Limit was an incredible one-off for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2008. This game was actually based off the Shin Budokai games for the PSP, except it had updated graphics, better cutscenes for the next generation console. So now you have a nice combat system, beautifully rendered graphics, reliving the Dragon Ball world that just so quickly got overshadowed by Raging Blast. But that is a video for another time. Now don't get me wrong, I think this game has a very fair share of problems. Like, what the heck happened to the roster size? 21? I mean, my goodness, even Budokai 1 has a bigger roster than this, and it's 6 years older. So you're telling me the roster is gonna be absolutely demolished, but we're keeping Cyberman? Cyberman! Holy frick, you might as well have just given me the farmer as a playable character instead of that trash. I would have been like low tier god, except actually good at fighting games. All I'm saying is when you condense the game into the first 3 sagas, why would you not include characters like Zarbon, Kui, Yajirobe? Those would have been just fine. I actually have a pretty saucy Zarbon from Budokai 1. I'm a little bit silly with it. And why, after having so many previous games like Tenkaichi with the What If saga and the movie arcs, do we only get Bardock and Broly? And I like them. I really do. But by this point, Dragon Ball is up to the double digits in movies. At least give me 3 movie arcs to make it even. Wait. Even outside of roster size, this game is lacking content completely. I mean, come on, it's 2008. Obama is president. The times are wild. Why don't you take a leap of faith, for goodness sake? And you're only gonna go up to the Cell Saga? Brother man, you've had upwards of 30 games before you, and most of them have gone past Cell. I mean, look at Boo's Fury. That game was on a crusty-ass Game Boy. Spoiler alert, I'm a Legacy of Goku hater. I'm sorry, I didn't play it as a kid. I only played it as an adult. I'm not blinded by the nostalgia. Now look, I'm not here to hate. I'm actually here to praise. Truly, I am. I think it's a great game. But with every praise, I have to point out the flaws because I am well aware of them. Like the drama pieces. Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck? You're telling me I'm getting punished for beating the opponent's ass? Anyway, let's talk about the beauty pieces of the game. You like what I did there, didn't you? Ooh, baby, is Burst Limit nice with the combat. If you didn't know, this system is based off of Shin Budokai, which is just, chef's kiss. The RS mechanics are good, and Shin Budokai did a phenomenal job on it. I mean, if you really want to see how saucy it gets, just check out Show Rose's videos, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The Budokai franchise has secret tech, but thanks to gamers like Moro Sonero, Dr. Dopieta, and Toa Akeyashi, showing others the sacred teachings, that is, combo canceling. If you've heard it before, I'll keep it short, but anytime you have a combo finisher or a hard knockdown that you can charge by holding the attack, you can cancel that move or animation by pushing the guard while it's charging. Doing this in quick succession, you can actually use an infinite combination of moves for massive damage or even just a stunt on some hoes. Now why is this important, or even good? Because with canceling, you've unlocked a bigger move pool, seeing below the iceberg, so to speak. You've increased the character's tool belt tenfold, so balancing of the game opens up a lot more. You've got options, you've got counters, leveling the playing field, seeing which characters have fast cancels, infinite combos, RBDs or revert backdashes, which is a whole intense mechanic in itself, so I won't go into it. But just think of it as an advanced tool. More cancels means more strings, more damage, and overall more creativity. Everyone remembers the days of Budokai 1 just blocking and then punching into the Kamehameha. Boring! But now you have freedom. You make characters like Hercule actually good. I mean, just check out my Budokai 2 video of Hercule, I'm just saying. But Hercule ain't even in Burst Limit. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the good things. Let's just back it up. But it makes characters more usable and not so obsolete is my point. And if you want to see how creative combo canceling really gets, just check out the community combo collab video. I mean, you'll see gamers from all around the world just cooking in the kitchen. It's insane. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for you to like and subscribe so we can continue the video. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed right now, so go ahead and do it for me, and we can keep the show going. Love you, beauties. Ugh, the music, sweet baby Jesus from heaven above, truly blessed us with this soundtrack. I mean, holy tits, is it magnificent. It's literally just as good as the Tenkaichi 2 OST. Or dare I say, the Budokai 2 OST. Sacrilegious, I know. But it really is just a cold plunge straight into enlightenment. I mean, I'm like SpongeBob floating listening to the bangers on this bitch. Now, music is subjective, I understand. But if you don't like this OST, then you're just wrong. I mean, let's talk genres here, okay? You've got everything from hard rock all the way to smooth jazz. I mean, what more could you want? You got some hype-ass guitar riffs getting you jacked for the next battle, and the sweet groove jams just got you vibing, picking a character, or searching for online matches, which, by the way, oh my gosh, is so garbage, but we're gonna talk about that later. But to be fair, most Dragon Ball games do have pretty good OSTs, minus a couple, and I'm looking at you, Sagas, but this one's up there. Another crazy feature about this game was the online matches, but it's ass. I asked Jaya to play with me because we were so far away, and I shit you not, we were the only 2 people online, and it took us 30 minutes to actually get to play each other. You see, what we didn't realize was the actual servers were taken down, so we had to do match invites through the PS3 party system just to get together. A clever little loophole to get our ranking up, which we were dead last indefinitely since we could only rank up on each other. So we just swapped points over matches, just bouncing back and forth like a Pong match. We both have pretty decent internet as well, so why were our matches so stinking laggy? It was literally like watching Microsoft PowerPoints at times. I would press a button and literally have to wait 2 whole seconds at a time until it came out on the screen. There was no reason for it to be that bad. We were the only people online. But I can't lie, I felt like a kid again. Just destroying my sticks trying to win the beam clashes and all the trash talk we were throwing back and forth. It was like the Modern Warfare 2 days, but without all the gamer words, like, well, you know. Now, speaking of Jaya, I mentioned earlier he was speedrunning this game on the hardest difficulty, which he's actually the best in the world, so congrats, buddy, proud of you. If you've never seen my content, I specialize in anime speedruns and challenges, so of course I have to talk about the speedrun aspect of this game, which is actually a pretty decent speedrun. You have to use a lot of different characters in this game. And by a lot of characters, I mean almost every single character on the roster. Because in this game, you have to use the character that wins fights canon to the anime and manga. So you don't only play as Goku or Piccolo, you gotta play as Krillin, Android 18, and even third form Frieza. Yeah, that's right, third form, that big pill-headed goon. So this game shows true versatility. You need to be knowledgeable on everyone. I mentioned drama pieces earlier, and yes, it's still dog ass to the speedrun, even worse than casually. If you want to be the best in the world, you need to do very specific attacks and timing methods to avoid these from occurring in the fights, since they're unskippable, and they lose upwards of 20 seconds on one singular drama piece, which is huge when a fight can last only like 30 seconds. Not only are they lengthy, unskippable cutscenes, but they can buff enemy attacks, increase their difficulty, or even make you fatigue easier, which is some doo-doo water. Next is the AI, or opponent difficulty. Now, I'm not saying it's infinite world level of cuckoldry, but damn man, even the Burst Limit characters are putting in some real work. Obviously on Z, the opponent goes in absolutely raw and dirty, but on very easy, the difficulty ramps up pretty quickly going through, so pure consistency isn't enough to go fast. You need to be good at the game as well. Luckily, your health increases for the most part, so dying isn't a really scary possibility if I'm being honest, so no matter how crusty the RNG is, you'll be fine. That being said, RNG can lose you a lot of time as well, so you do have to be lucky, but that goes for any fighting game in existence. I mean, anywhere from Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter to Soul Calibur. But overall, it's fun. Only about an hour-long speedrun, and it's pretty easy to get into. So I give this game my Nuggy rating of 6.9 out of 10. It would easily be an 8 out of 10, but it's missing those delectable beef curtains on this sandwich of a game. You know, I'm only getting bread. This game had such a good foundation, but it's just lacking the sustenance that would let it go down as one of the greats. Which is crazy to say because there's a small cult following that this is their favorite Dragon Ball game. Anyway, if you liked the video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, and boost my self-esteem. Anyways, take care, beauties. Bye!